Hello, everyone, and welcome to 16 Pole Racing's second edition of Saratoga's Stakes Shorts. Now, that's hard to say. I'm having a hard time with it. We're maybe calling this the Triple S, but what we're doing is, for those of you that may not realize, Saratoga has a stakes race every single day of their meet. Excuse me. So what we're doing is we're doing a real quick analysis of the upcoming stakes race and to give you guys an idea of what we're thinking about. And today we are going to be looking at Thursday, July 18th, fourth race, which is another New York Stallion Series Breeders' race. This is not specifically this race is not specifically limited to New York breds. However, they all are in this race. But to give you an example, Tracy, who's with me today, we've been partners in the past in a horse named Warrior's Charge. He's standing at stud in New York. If we took an Arkansas mare up there and bred her to Warrior's Charge, brought her back here, she foaled in Arkansas, we might register that foal as a Arkansas bred. But that horse would still be eligible to run in this race because sired by a New York Stallion. So today, to help me with this race is Tracy White, the horse racing ninja, and he is there from Hot Springs, the Spa City. Tracy, did y'all have any storms overnight? Lots of water?
Yeah, a little bit of rain, which love to have this time of year, obviously. So it's cooled off down here, so that's always good as well.
Yeah.
So good to be with you, and it's always fun to make picks at Saratoga.
Okay. So Thursday's stakes race is 1 mile on the inner turf, and we're going to come back to that at the end. But there's a fairly good chance that this may be pulled off the turf. Tracy's going to handicap it as if it is scheduled to be run on the turf, and then we'll tell you a little more about that later. All right, Tracy, take it away.
Okay, race number 4, the New York Stallion Stakes for this coming Thursday. 7-horse field, and these are all 3-year-old colts. And most of these horses, being 3-year-olds, they've been tried on the dirt at different distances, and I think they've decided for the most part these are turf horses. So they've got them in this turf race. So looking at this race, uh, wasn't really anything pace-wise to speak of. In other words, didn't see any like lone front runners or any lot of early speed, anything like that. So I landed on number 5, the Big Torpedo. Now it's 4-5 on the morning line, so it's a heavy favorite. It probably is going to be a heavy favorite at post time if they're still on the turf. But this horse just won by 3 lengths in a restricted New York Stallion race uh, at Aqueduct on June 16th at 6 furlongs. Now, this is at a mile, so he's stretching back out. He did run fairly well back on April 27th at a mile at this distance on the turf. Got a pretty good figure there, and just barely missed, lost by a half length.
And that was and that was in Stakes Company too, right? I mean, that wasn't an
That
allowance race or an optional claimer. Yeah. Okay.
that was an open stakes company, $125,000
Yes.
purse at Aqueduct. So he ran well in that race, came from off the pace. The pace was pretty fast in that race, and he's normally going to be up close to the pace, but because the pace was so fast in that April 27th race, it looks like he fell a little bit behind, but then came on strong towards the end. I think he's going to be, right up with the pace or right up behind the pace. He's got a good closing kick, which I love for the turf. And so just overall, he's going to look like he's going to be pretty tough in this race. So that would be my top pick, the Big Torpedo. Now, it being 4-5, and I'm going to have to find some value somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to couple that horse with number 4, and I don't know if I'm saying the name of this horse right. Fight Like K-Yacht is about as close as I could come, but it's
Yeah,
number
me too.
4.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so now this horse is 7-2 morning line. He's probably going to be your second favorite, it looks like to me. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to play a straight 5-4 exacta, and that's it. I mean, I'm going to try to turn that 4-5 shot into a 2-1 shot, basically. That would be my play in this race is 5-4 exacta, big torpedo over the number 4.
Yeah, and I got, I wouldn't say no problem, but I understand exactly where you're coming from on this. It looks like to me that the big torpedo is well worthy of the morning line that he was given, and the 4. And I'll skip the attempt to pronounce that name. He looks like he's just literally a step or two behind the big torpedo. So I really like that. I do like the fact too that you're going to go ice cold. You're not going to try to box them, right?
No, boxes are for Christmas presents.
Okay.
No, I'm going straight 5-4
Okay.
exacta.
All right. Okay, so that pretty well sums this up, and we don't spend a lot of time on these. Now, here's the deal: the weather has been a little rainy up there. They're racing on pretty decent surfaces today, but they're off the turf, so it's a good chance that this race will end up off the turf as well. So here's how we're going to do this: tomorrow morning or on Thursday morning, when the changes are listed. If this race is pulled from the turf, Tracy will have an amended ticket. Maybe, I don't know. He may just want to keep it right where he's at after he sees who has scratched from that race, and we will put it on our social media page. All right. Well, that pretty well wraps it up. And we appreciate everybody listening. We want to thank Brothers Roofing, our sponsor, as we always do. And until next time, this is Scott and Tracy signing off with Saratoga's Stakes Shorts. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Good luck.